Hey friends,
I'm Steve.
and I'm Angela.
And we are
Midlife Cruising. If this is your first time watching, we live full-time on a residential cruise ship, and we share all things cruise ports and all things cruising lifestyle. And in today's episode, once again, we are going to share what we spend 1 month living full-time on the Villa Vie Odyssey.
Remember, there's still time to register for a 30-day cruise here on the Villa Vie Odyssey. Check out episodes 89 and 90.
So you'll know exactly how to enter this amazing opportunity to join us for 30 days at no cost to you. So once again, we tracked 30 days of our spending. So of course there's sea days in there, but what we did is we did February 25th through March 25th, 2025, and every one of those ports are in Brazil. So you'll get to see what we spent and the totals.
Our first 2 days were in Santos, Brazil, and this is what we spent. $3.50 on an Uber, $10.52 for 2 tickets on the cable car, $7.19 on coffees, ooh, and $4.52 on a magnet.
We usually don't spend that much on magnets, but sometimes we find magnets we love and we have to splurge. And some countries just charge a lot, but this particular time we went a little overboard.
And then I guess to get us back, it was $2.79 on our second Uber ride of the day.
So day one was $28.52 US. On day two, we went and picked up some supplies. We needed a battery for my watch, toothpaste. We changed out and got 2 new toothbrushes, got some hooks, a jewelry organizer.
All for $9.07.
And 2 Starbucks coffees, noticing a trend already, for $6.70. And then an Uber ride that day.
$5.32 for a grand total of $24.09.
On day 3, it was a sea day, and we spent
Zero.
Those are good days. And then Parati, Brazil. This was a high day. We had coffees, water, another magnet down to $2. We had lunch out, which was $23.56. And I bought a visor and this time batteries for one of my motion sensor lights. So the total for that day was
$41.38
in Parati, Brazil. And the next day in Parati, Brazil, because we were there for 2 days, we spent
zero.
Nothing. We walked around, explored town, and wound up not spending a penny.
I like those days.
Yes. The next day was March 2nd, and we were in Ilha Grande, and that day is the day we did that amazing hike to the waterfall.
That was so nice.
But we had a really expensive lunch that day, way more than we thought.
It was kind of a tourist trap. I mean, let's be honest.
It was on the water.
Yeah.
It was really pretty. It was very touristy, and we made a mistake because then the food was just okay. But that bill was, oh, and you did have that drink.
Capriana?
Yes, with your funny face, because you $46.70. We also did a boat taxi on the way back from the hike.
And the boat taxi was $6 per person and $12 for the 2 of us to get back to Ilha Grande.
So March 2nd was a big expense day. We spent $60.70. But the day after that, it was a sea day. So again, 0. Woohoo! So we had 2 sea days, March 3rd and 4th. So they're both 0 days. So March 5th through the 9th, we spent 5.5-ish days in Rio de Janeiro. And very quickly, we did all kinds of things. We went and stayed at the JW Marriott. Remember, our daughter works for them, so we got a great discount. We had breakfast and dinner there both days that we stayed there, so we only had to pay for lunch out. We had an Uber ride. We went for acai because, hey, we're in Brazil. We did a tour to Sugarloaf Mountain and to the Christ Redeemer statue, more food and drinks, an Uber ride, a hop-on, hop-off bus. That was only $20 a piece, which was great. A magnet, a $1 magnet, and another Uber ride. So that was the whole 5 days we were in Rio, and our total while we were there was
$563.09.
So that was a big one, but bucket list, Christ Redeemer statue, 2 nights in a hotel. So not too bad if you think about it. Not too bad. March 10th and 11th, we were back out at sea, and I spent money on a sea day. We have these great jewelry people aboard, Jermaine, and she teaches us how to make jewelry, and you buy the kit. I made another one today, but this is this month's bill. But that day it was $8.50. I'll show you my current one. I made this one today for another $8.50. So this $8.50 is from March 10th or 11th, and it was a sea day, so that's all we spent over those 2 days. Now we move on to March 12th and 13 in Salvador.
Yes, looks like we did a bunch of stuff too. Let me just run down real quick. I'll rattle these off and I'll put it up on the screen. We had a couple Ubers there. We went to Sam's Club. Okay, I remember this. Our friend Scott has a membership there, so we get to see what a Sam's Club in Brazil looks like. Not quite as expansive as the States or maybe Central America, but hey, it was nice. We spent $21.40 there. Looks like we took more Ubers. Visited a couple different malls there.
Which each have a little expenditure, so probably a t-shirt or something,
yeah.
Maybe a few shirts.
I think we like to do a lot more window shopping than actual shopping there. We did some crew tips on these days, it looks like. We had a really nice lunch at a place called Outback Steakhouse. That was in the mall. Take us back to the States there. That was nice. $47.59. And then I think we hit a grocery store on the way back to the ship and then spent $5.10 there. So the grand total for our 2 days in Salvador, Brazil was $161.85.
Well, March 14th, we were back out at sea, and Angela, yes, once again, went to the jewelry making class and spent another $8.50.
Oh, my goodness.
This month might be higher. We'll have to wait and see. We haven't done the total yet, by the way. We're doing this as we go, so I can't wait to see what this comes out to. March 15th, we were in Recife, and we spent a total of $39.01 on lunch out. We went to 2 different museums, and we bought a magnet for $1.
Second day in Recife, we went over to Olinda, which I think was our last video before this one. And we had a really nice day there. We did an Uber, we ate lunch out, and we bought our always trusty magnet for great memories for $2. So for our day in Olinda, we spent $38.77.
And March 17th was another sea day.
Oh, it's a big zero.
Nope.
No.
I bought another bracelet kit for $8.50.
You're having fun with this.
I am. I love it. I go to all of her classes. They're great. Thanks, Jermaine.
On March 18th, we went to Fortaleza. We went to a big 4 or 5 story artisanal market. It was really amazing. So we Ubered there. That was $4.44. We bought a magnet. We went overboard with this one. $1.
We bought a water for 70 cents.
And somebody got a hat.
I got another visor for $4.38. So our total?
$10.52 in Fortaleza.
Yes. March 19th and March 20th were both
at sea.
At sea.
My favorite.
And I don't think I did jewelry that day. No jewelry that day. It says 0.
All right, the bank account likes that.
The last 4 days of this 30 days of tracking our money found us in Belém, and we were there for 4 days. And when we are in port for, I say, 3 or more days, we like to go find a hotel. It's just what we like to do. It also gets us to a different part of town. So for 2 of those 4 nights, we went and stayed in a hotel. No Marriotts in the area, but we did find a hotel. And I think we spent about $175 on the hotel. I can't find the receipt, so I'm gonna guess it was right around $175. But that was for the 2 nights in Belém. We had to pay an Uber to get there, which was $3.50. We had pedicures and paid $17.54 for 2 pedicures. So we both got pedicures. Great deal, and it was time. I needed one. And then dinner that night on site at the hotel, we spent $21. So tell them about the next day we were in Bellum.
Well, what I really remember is getting my teeth cleaned bright and early. On the 22nd, $25.17 at the grocery store, $2.15 on an Uber, $11.56 on acai.
2 big bowls. By the way, Bellum is like the acai capital of the world, so we had to indulge.
And for dinner that evening, it was $21.72.
And how much was it to get our teeth cleaned?
So getting our teeth cleaned, it was $52 for both of us.
Yes.
Had a really nice office there, a wonderful hygienist, and we even got to consult with the dentist that was there that day, and she answered all our questions. And a few more people from the ship got their teeth cleaned and other dental work, and it was really great for the ship.
So when we find a good deal in our WhatsApp group for the ship, there's an imports for salons and dentists and such. So I threw it in there, and I know of 5 other people for sure who went and had their teeth done there as well, because if they do a good job and it's a good price, we share the knowledge with each other.
All right, so the total for that day was $112.60, including our teeth cleaning.
On the 23rd, we found another visor. I like these visors. Lets the heat out of my head, so I bought yet another visor, and that one was $4.
She has them in about every color of the rainbow now.
I have like 5. And our last day of the 30 days in Bellum, we had lunch out for $20.61. We stopped at a pharmacy, and Steve bought his heart medicine.
Okay, so I got 4 boxes of what I take as metoprolol tartrate. It was 2 months worth for $8.50.
Yes, and we also did another Uber for $2.64, and then groceries again, $19.39. Groceries we like to keep nuts in the room as a snack, certain drinks, certain beers, those kind of things. But that's usually what we get at a grocery store. If we need toothpaste or deodorant or those kind of things, we always just list as groceries.
You know what I'm finding out?
What?
That I like buying beer maybe a little more than I like drinking it.
Yes, you need to show them the back of, the shoe racks that people hang on closet doors. His all have beers in them. You can show them that.
I will. I'll show you guys.
But we just wanted to share once again, because everyone's always interested in knowing, well, what do you spend a month? Of course, we have our monthly maintenance fee that we pay to be here each month. And then this is what we pay on top of that. Other than that, we have our cell phones. Also another $50 for a room steward we gave to him in that 30-day window. And any cash we took out, instead of doing it separate this time, we just counted it. So if we bought a magnet, we didn't say, oh, we spent a cash for $1 on our credit card. So it's all included in there. Yes, we took cash out, but that's part of the list that we shared. Okay, Steve, how much did we spend in our last 31 days aboard the Villa Vie Odyssey?
$1378.21.
$1378. And what did we spend the first time we did what we spent in a month?
$1462.14. So we did much better this month.
So how much less did we spend this month?
$83.93.
So that was a little better, and know that we're not trying. So it's interesting that they are that close.
Really is.
The first time we did it, it included our big Machu Picchu trip and the flight back, because we started midway through that Machu Picchu trip. So there's no flights on this one. But this time, 2 different times, we spent 2 nights here in a hotel and then 2 nights here in a hotel. So you have 4 hotel stays in that. So if you didn't do your hotel nights, we'd definitely be under $1,000. So not too shabby.
No.
So if we divide that by 31 days, we come out to...
This time we spent $46 a day, and the last time we tracked our spending, we spent about $48 a day. So
$2 better a day. It's those darn magnets that get us every time. So knowing that some sea days we may spend, I've been doing a lot of jewelry. Ooh, this is the most recent one. I did little earrings yesterday for, I think these were $6 or $8 something like that. With Jermaine, our jewelry person.
She really does enjoy this.
I'm having fun with the jewelry. Once she leaves and gets off the ship, I'll save more money. But thanks, Jermaine. So, of course, in addition to this, we have our monthly maintenance fee. And everyone's like, well, what do you spend? Remember, we signed an NDA. They have ongoing sales. And I understand we bought in really early. It's like pre-construction prices. If you want to know the current monthly maintenance fees, definitely go to villavieresidences.com, and they list, it depends on if you're single occupancy or double occupancy. It depends on what level you're on, how big your room is. All those things play a factor. Just know we bought it really early on the lower side of the ship. So our maintenance fees pretty decent. So of course we spend that in addition to, but that maintenance fee covers our Wi-Fi. We don't have to pay for Wi-Fi. 2 laundry times a week where they come and take all of our laundry. It just returns like on hangers and folded. They clean our room, all the food, of course, alcohol,
Specialty
coffees. But those things are all included. But thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it.
What do I remember about Brazil? It's very economical, and I think you guys can relate when we tell you that we spent $2 on an Uber. I mean, I think the last one that we took, we were probably in the Uber for 15 minutes, and it's like a $2 to $3 Uber ride. In the end, Ubers are incredibly inexpensive.
Mm-hmm. Brazil was hot.
Yes.
I will always remember the acai, which I love. And my favorite memory of all time from Brazil was the Brazilian side of Iguazu Falls. It's also where we just celebrated our 30-year anniversary. So great memories, great time. Will we ever come back to Brazil? We don't know. But it was an adventure. It's definitely a lot of checks off the lists, and on to the next country, which is
French Guiana.
Yes. And after that, the Caribbean, and our daughter. She's coming aboard, and we can't wait. Thank you so much if you stuck through this whole video. I know it's hard when we just sit and talk, but thank you if you stuck it out. Remember, if you have not yet entered for the golden ticket, you have until April 19th. Check out the description below. Make sure you enter.
Thank you so much to those that give to Super Thanks and Coffees. With the Buy Me a Coffee, we really enjoy sending those video replies back to our donors. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We have an Amazon affiliate link also in our description, so you can see all the things that we've bought to decorate and organize our room, both for long-term and short-term cruises.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share all those things that help our channel out.
Yes. Remember, if you are interested in coming aboard, there's several ways to do it. Obviously, you can go to the villavieresidences.com website. They have a Try Before You Buy program, Endless Horizons, segments, ownership. There's all kinds of options there. There's also a Facebook page called Villa Vie Odyssey, Rent, Sell, Share, and owners can post when their room is available for rent. I've been filming a lot of rooms lately. Now that everybody's been on since October 1st for several months, everyone's like, I'm going to leave for a month, or I'm going to leave for 2 weeks. So check out those videos, see which ones we have available for rent, and then check out that Facebook page. You can also post a certain time that you're looking for and come hang out with us. And remember, we have a Facebook and an Instagram at Midlife Cruising, so you can follow along and get daily updates.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time,
Bye, friends.